Baseball is dead.
Rest in peace.
What a day. It's a big day. I wish I dressed better. I am wearing what I wore yesterday because I haven't showered yet because this fucking fluffy animal controls my life. And I will be showering today, though. That is a big announcement, but it's not the biggest announcement that we're going to make on today's show, Justin Havens, is it?
No, it's not. And people know when they hear big announcement on this show what that means. But it's as big of a day as it gets on Baseball is Dead.
And you know what? Why not start right there, Justin Havens? Because this has been a long time coming, buddy.
Oh, it sure has. It sure has. April 8th, 1986 was when this journey began. That was when Carlos Santana was born in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Probably not far from Jared's hometown.
Saugus Domingo, yeah.
That's right. And he made his debut on June 11th, 2010. And what a journey it has been. You guessed it. Carlos Santana is the newest member of Club 38.8. Yes, indeed. He crossed the line last night emphatically. We have been waiting for him to do it. It has been a slow burn here. I think a lot of people wondered whether Carlos Santana would ever actually cross this line. Home runs in back-to-back games on the 19th and 21st. Obviously, the resumed game. Big news for Santana, the one-time All-Star, one-time Gold Glove winner, one-time Silver Slugger. That, by the way, is the same number of Silver Sluggers as Harold Baines, namesake of the meter.
Oh.
Carlos Santana is one of 10 switch hitters ever with 300 or more homers and 300 or more doubles. He's also close to 400 on one of those.
Show me that list. Is that like fucking Carlos Santana, Chipper Jones, Mickey Mantle, like Lance Berkman? Who the fuck's on that list?
Yes, it's all of the best switch hitters of all time. Teixeira, Beltran, they're all there, folks. And now Carlos Santana joins them in Club 38.8. He does have a lower batting average, a lower on-base percentage, a lower slugging percentage, and by default, a lower career OPS than Harold Baines. But there are some similarities. Baines peaked at 4.3 BWAR in a season in 1984. Santana, slightly higher peak than Harold Baines, as you would expect when you hear the names Carlos Santana and Hall of Famer Harold Baines. He peaked at 4.7 BWAR in 2019. Santana is the 28th active player to cross the Baines line and the second this season, of course, joining Matt Chapman. And if I may, on a personal note, I have to say, I was at the front of the line to criticize the Guardians when they effectively swapped out Josh Naylor for Carlos Santana in this offseason. And I, being the little pea-brained size person that I am, I wasn't thinking the big brain stuff that the Guardians front office was. I was thinking production on the field, who's younger, who's better. They were thinking off the field. They were thinking history. They were thinking Club 38.8 and the Baines Meter. And by God, Carlos Santana crosses the line in the uniform that he should, the Cleveland Guardians, where he spent the bulk of his career and basically all of his best seasons. Congrats to him, and congrats on his eventual induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. What a day.
Welcome home, Carlos Santana.
That's right. That's right. I was wrong. Guardians were right. Carlos Santana. What a season.
Big part of the culture there, Slamtana.
Oh, no doubt. One of Ginny and George Haven's favorite all-time Cleveland players, Carlos Santana. They would have been very pleased to see him join Club 38.8. So big day for the Santana family. Big day for the Guardians family overall. Big day for the Havens family. Big day for the Baines family.
Yeah, huge. Huge even.
Thank you so much for giving that the platform that it deserves.
Oh, my God. How could we not? How could we not? Speaking of platforms, got to get on that Underdog platform. Underdog just dropped their playoff basketball promo with the extender. You can play your way to increasingly bigger boosts each round of the playoffs. Start a playoff series by using your Game 1 boost and continue boosting each subsequent game to unlock the next one. The longer the series, the bigger the boost. You're going to want to see how serious it gets when that Game 7 hits. Hop on Underdog, the best place to make picks during playoff basketball, and get started right now. Make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared. That's JARED to get up to $1,000 in bonus credits and a special pick on Underdog. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code Jared. Wow. What a day. What a day. It is. There's something in the air when we do a little Baines Meter action.
You guys have a favorite Santana memory?
Probably that 16 run. I think a lot of people go back to that one. Yeah, that 16 Cleveland run was something special, even though that team ultimately didn't get it done. They probably should have, a 3-1 series lead in the World Series, not to bring it up, Jayhay.
Yeah, that's not really what I was going for here.
Yeah, not to bring it up at all, but that's
memorable.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment to be one win away, to have a 3-1 series lead in the World Series. Most teams get that done.
Classless.
No,
just one win away. The fact that he was behind just one win away from the World Series, like Rajay, fuck, man.
Yeah.
All right, we can move on.
Well, I like going down memory lane.
Yeah, my favorite memory is the home run yesterday. So I don't have to go that far down memory lane because it's the biggest home run of his career. Really easy to identify. But you guys have chosen to take a different angle on this, and as Mr. Positivity on the pod, I feel like it's just inappropriate.
No, it's not malicious or anything. I just when I think of Carlos Santana, I either think of the guitarist or I think of 2016. That's what I think about.
Okay.
You feel different?
I feel very differently.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry you feel that way. That's my favorite thing to say when someone wants an apology and I'm not going to give it to them. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, like where you're literally saying you're sorry, but there's no apology behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm actually not sorry at all.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that you're being a little bitch, but correct. I'm not going to be one and apologize.
Can I help you out there? Because that's still there leaves room for there is some heartfelt sorrow in your heart at some level though. Mm-hmm. Whether you're sorry for them or you're sorry at all. What I like to say is it's unfortunate you feel that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. Yeah. That's unfortunate. You feel that
Dallas would never last in corporate America. Like if he had to work like a desk job where he had to send business emails and shit, man, he would rub everyone the wrong way day one and it never would recover.
Imagine Dallas throwing on those extra exclamation points that you have to throw on in inner office emails to somehow make yourself not sound like a psychopath. Yeah. Otherwise you just sound too
enjoy the
blunt.
rest of your day. Exclamation. Yeah.
If you just say something or put a period at the end of the sentence, they're like, oh man,
it sounds like fuck you.
Is this guy pissed? What did I, oh my God, what a jerk.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Yeah. I feel like that would be cleared up very quickly. Not
that you're a jerk.
Not or yes. Not that there was a misunderstanding. No, 100% the asshole here. That's all on me for sure. But just know you deserved it. That's it. And if we can move on from there, fine.
Sure. I don't think the A's are going to be moving on from this losing streak anytime soon. It feels like they're pretty well, it feels like they have an emotional attachment to it. It feels like they just don't want to let it go, It feels like they've bonded with it.
We're finding new ways to lose ball games. And that's kind of pissed me off. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been because of a lack of opportunity. I can tell you that. How many guys we stranded last night? 15 fucking guys on base last night.
Something like that, yeah. I think Jay Willie was in my pick'em this week. Not last night, but I think the night before.
He left the ball game early.
Yeah, so maybe that's on me. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he got drilled. He got fucking smoked in the forearm. And you could instantly see his hand just kind of go limp. And then he went out and tried to play defense. Made a hell of a play, actually, on defense. And then you can see just as he fielded the ball, you could tell it didn't feel good. Made a sick throw across his body all the way from the hole. And then didn't even want to get the ball back. Didn't want to catch the ball back on the throw around. And as soon as that happened, I just got on the talk back and said, Jay Willie will not be taking his at bat. This is going to be over. And so he's going to take a breather. He took a day. I don't know that we'll see him in the lineup today or not. But yeah, just missed opportunities, man. Missed opportunities. I talk a lot about productive outs. And there are certain points in the ball game multiple times where opportunities to move guys along, opportunity to cash guys in. And it just hasn't been happening. It's been an absolute, it's just, you've fallen short around every corner. And that's tough because it feels like if you're going to get a good performance on the mound, well, you got to be able to capitalize offensively. That's not happening. Losing games late. It's just, it's tough, man. Tough right now.
I'm really sorry to hear that. That's really unfortunate that you feel that way about your baseball team.
Yeah, it's the reality right now.
Yeah, well, the reality for Tiger fans is that things couldn't be better right now.
Jesus.
What, you don't want me to celebrate the good stuff? You want to make it all about your little fucking whiny ass doom and gloom?
No, I'm saying the run the fucking Tigers have been on. We're talking about a run that they haven't seen since 2006.
Best record in Major League Baseball, Dallas.
Best record in Major League Baseball. The last time that the fucking Motor City Kitties went clawing at the game the way they are this year, like I said, AL pennant. Last time before that, 84 AL pennant. Like that's the kind of start they're off to.
Are we talking 06?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good team. You know who I remember the most from that team, Dallas?
Annabelle
Maglio
Sanchez?
Ordonez.
You know, I forgot
that dude.
Was he a?
Yeah, he was righty. Oh my God, he used to crush lefties
guy?
Back in the day. I remember this one time. I can't remember who was pitching, but Maglio.
No, so the Tigers
Maglio took this dude to the woodshed. Fucking bang! He comes same exact inning, same inning. He was just like bang, and then there was some. I think it was on what was that? Deadspin. They were like an old sports blog. They had a blog being like, oh, Maglio Ordonez hits 2 home runs off lefty dickhead in the same inning, gets sent down on his birthday. It was like, man, on his birthday? That's brutal.
Loser shit.
Brutal.
It's loser shit.
Yeah, but that 06 Tigers team, brother, was Brandon Inge on that team?
He was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How about a little 06 Tiger talk? I bet if you're a Tigers fan listening right now, you're like, you want to go down memory lane? You guys are talking about the 16 Guardians? That team didn't do shit. How about the 06 Tigers, who also didn't do shit in the end? But how about a little Placido Polanco? Placido Polanco was a great player.
Yeah.
That was a guy that was a young Curtis Granderson. He was that was his age 25 season. How about that? Omar Infante. How about the mayor? The mayor, Sean Casey, was on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Tim's was on that team. Who else?
Jeremy Bonderman was on that team. Nate Robertson. 41-year-old Kenny Rogers was on that team. A spry 23-year-old Justin Verlander was on that team. Closing out games, Dallas. Who do you think it was? Who was closing out games for the 06 Tigers?
Joel Zumaya.
No, he was the setup man for 38-year-old Todd Jones. Todd Jones almost had 40 saves that year.
Grande was the second title team that lost.
Yeah.
Or the second World Series team.
Andrew Miller was on that team for a cup of coffee before being traded for.
What did you say? I didn't hear the first part.
Andrew Miller was on that team before being traded for
Dontrell Willis.
Miguel Cabrera,
thank you. Yeah.
Tigers probably won that trade.
Yeah. What is this guy doing?
I think we can say that.
Anyways, I'm excited for Tigers fans.
The biggest key right now, and it's, I mean, you can point individually, but I think it's just the consistent level of baseball that the Tigers are getting right now from the areas that they have wanted to see that consistency from. And I know Javi Baez maybe during this stretch has maybe tapered off a bit, but the fact that he was doing what he was doing to get this party started has cannot be overlooked. They're handling business away from home, right? 16 of 22 on the road. They just finished a run of 16 of 22 on the road, 15-7 during that stretch. Those are always things that you have to start to take care of or start to look at, and whether or not you're taking care of them is how are we performing on the road away from our home ballpark, and they're handling business. They've won 13 out of 17. They will be tested. But I don't know how much of a test it is when you're talking about a team with the most wins in baseball. They've got the guards. That series starts tonight, 4-game set. Then they've got the Giants, and then they've got the Royals with cheese before they get a break with the White Sox.
I know we've, like, myself included, have viewed the AL Central as kind of like could go in any direction, maybe one of 4 directions or whatever. Like, I just don't I guess crazier things have technically happened. I don't really see how that works anymore. Cause I look at
narrow.
I look at the Tigers and I'm like, well, at the beginning of the season, we probably thought that the Royals rotation was better. We probably thought that, maybe the Guardians bullpen, given what we saw last year from the front 3 or 4 in the bullpen, maybe the Guardians bullpen is better. I just don't know, like, what are teams better than the Tigers at in the AL Central? Because, like, I think they probably have the best starting rotation. If Olsen and Mize are anything like what we've seen so far, they could add 3/4 of a run, and I think that's still probably the case that they have the best rotation. Yeah, for sure. And like, I know that Torkelson and Baez have gotten most of the attention on the offense, and deservedly so for how compelling those stories are individually. But like McKinstry and Riley Green, who I think is the best player on the team ultimately offensively, like, their supporting cast has been rock solid, and I think that depth offensively probably lends them to have the best offense in the AL Central, or at least the one that I have the most confidence in moving forward. So I just think this is obviously theirs to lose. I know the standings say that, but I just think on paper and on the field, they've separated themselves about what we can expect moving forward.
No, I agree, Jayhay. It feels like our Royals pick in the Central.
I would bail on that if given an opportunity.
I don't know that I can't give you that option because I also picked the Royals, so it seemed like I was giving myself a lifeboat.
We'll have to ride it out.
You know what?
Yeah.
I feel like collectively we could put our heads together and find a way out of this together. It's not like it has to be given to us. We can create space. I think that's street legal. But
all right, let's talk about that. Like, if it would have to be like, yeah, you can now switch to the Tigers and move off the Royals, but you'd have to like give up another pick somewhere else.
Ooh.
You'd have to like move off another pick that's looking good enough.
Looking good.
Yeah, can't move off another shitty pick.
I mean, just as easily as this run has come together for the Tigers, something like this maybe could come together for the Royals. And I'd hate to be on the side of the road watching that go by.
I think you're trying to like fluff up the Royals just in case, but I think Saturday will be the 1/3 of the season marker for a lot of teams, and it would take a colossal collapse for the Tigers to not be the last team standing in that division, I think.
So I think I'm interested in playing this math game if you're willing to let me.
Okay, please do.
To drop a previous division winner, take somebody else. Do I have to take somebody else in that division, or I just don't get that team anymore?
I think, yeah, you can sub out. Like, I'm trying to give me your list of division winners, and I think we can clearly look at like which ones are the ones that like have a good shot. It's like you have to give up that one too.
Yeah, so Red Sox obviously is not one that you're going to give me the opportunity to swap out.
No.
Mariners. I think I have all of the other division winners currently as the standings hold. So I have Mariners, Phillies, Cubs, and Dodgers.
Yeah, you can swap one of those out if you want.
I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about it for the remainder of the Dodgers.
I'm not moving off the Cubs, and I'm not moving off the Phillies.
Nope. But I might consider moving off the M's and hopping on a different team if I get to take the Tigers. I don't know.
Hey,
I'm gonna think about it.
You know what? You know, Jayhay, I think
Get the fuck.
I think I picked the Mariners to win the division as well.
Yeah. There's something to think about here. I'll get back to you, sir.
Okay. I don't think I picked the Mariners.
Put it like this. Jayhay are going to figure out a way that we can unload the semen and maybe jump on a different boat.
Might make sense math-wise. And I don't watch any of the games. I just check the box scores and stuff, as everybody knows I don't like baseball. I don't watch the games. I just tweet about things that I don't like and dedicate my nights to not watching.
Yeah.
I watch the screen, not the nerd.
Trying to find where the picks are. When the fuck would we have done that?
Before the season?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, here it is. I did pick the Mariners. Okay. I didn't realize that. I thought I rolled it back with the Astros. Dodgers, Cubs, Braves, Mariners, Royals, Red Sox. Yeah, I think the Mariners are the play, but I still believe in the Mariners to win that division. So what's the point of being right just to be wrong somewhere else?
I don't know. It's how many it's maximizing how many places you can claim you were right and be annoying. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Mariners get George Kirby back today.
They sure do. Maybe I'll wait to see how he looks before I make a declaration.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan Gilbert should be on the way back.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's put a bookmark on that and come back to it. The Martian walk-off home run last night.
Been a while.
Yankee fans were chirping me this morning about the rookie of the year, or like they were trying to compare the Martian Jason Dominguez to Christian Campbell, and I was like, "Oh, buddy, you're doing it all wrong here. You want to do a Red Sox versus Yankees rookie comparison? How about we talk about Carlos Narvaez? He's better in every fucking category than Jason Dominguez." Like, oh, well, he's 26. Dude, Jason Dominguez is in like year 4 of being a rookie. Don't talk to me about age and all that shit, experience level. But Jason Dominguez, Jayhay, if you want to do your little victory dance on this guy.
No, I'm not yet. I mean, his OPS is sub 800, so there's no victory dance yet. I know.
Is it really? I thought he had a 3-homer game that put him over. No, he's back under now.
Well, he did. It put him just
against the A's.
Yeah, it put him just over. It put him to. Well, I can't find it at the moment, but let's see, what did that put him at on the season? 802. So it put him at 802, and after that, there was not a lot of hitting.
He went back to being Jason Dominguez after that?
Well, he went back to being, kind of the raw, budding superstar, north of 800 OPS, not negative defensive run save type of player that we know he is.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's too bad. That's too bad, because I really wanted you to get that Carlos Santana Cleveland jersey that you were going to select for me.
Well, I like how it's going. He's fine. He's growing. There's a nice foundation here.
Yeah, he looks like he's growing.
It's a very cute second place rookie of the year conversation to be having in the American League.
No. I would say Carlos Narvaez is comfortably better than Jay Willie. If I had to pick one or the other for the next 10 years, I'm going with the captain. So
yeah, it's good.
Not
choice.
super concerned about that debate.
Good choice.
I'm literally being attacked right now and trying to do a podcast at the same time. Yeah. All right. Let's do a little feud, huh?
Oh, I'm standing today, so I feel like I was really able to get my hips into that one. Welcome back to Baseball is Dead Family Feud. I'm your man, Justin Havens. Oh, we got a good one. I mean, last week was rough. Too rough.
Last week was an inside job. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
In what sense?
In the sense that we got fucked. Didn't someone on the Reddit come forward and say that like 2 feuds ago that there was like an option that wasn't even available and it was an option that I picked? We got boned, even though we won that one.
I'm still not sure what that's about. I believe that inquiry is making its way through kind of the bureaucratic red tape that exists with the Family Feud back end. I'll be sure to update you guys on its progress. Once we have a real concrete update there. I'm sure it's no conspiracy. I'm sure it's probably a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I doubt it.
So Jared goes first today. Dallas goes second.
Oh, okay, then.
That's where we're at.
That's what the people want. That's what
it's everybody's favorite lineup, if we're being honest.
Mm-hmm.
But it is the lineup that the order demands. I will give you guys a heads up. 2 things. A very winnable week. Legitimately very winnable. You guys can do this. The maximum number isn't like 201 or something like that.
Sure.
However, some of the questions are a little long. Went back to our roots because I know Dallas likes the long questions. So, Dallas, you want to pop that top? Give Jared a shot here. Jake, are you ready?
Let's play some Feud, baby.
Let's fucking do this. Jared, you ready?
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear an echo?
No.
No, we can hear you, but we can't
hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Talk again.
Hello.
Test.
This is a Family Feud recording, sir. You good? All right. Jared, you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Question number 1, as always, out of 100 BID fans. The Tigers have MLB's best record through 50 games for the first time since 2006. We covered this on the pod, this one. Of the following options, what will be the outcome of the 2025 Tigers season? Miss the postseason, lose in wild card, lose in ALDS, lose in ALCS, lose in World Series, or win in World Series?
Lose in ALCS.
Question 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being a complete disaster and 10 being an epic success, how will we grade Juan Soto's first season in Queens when we look back this offseason?
7.
Pete Crow Armstrong currently leads NL batters in F-WAR. Of the following options, what will be the outcome of PCA's 2025 season in terms of MVP award recognition? MVP finalist, top 5 MVP finish, top 10 MVP finish, does not receive MVP votes.
Top 10 MVP finish.
If you were given, question 4, if you were given 10 pitches in the box against Garrett Crochet, how many times would you choose to swing?
Oh, choose to swing?
How many times would you swing?
How many pitches?
10.
4.
More than Juan Soto. Question 5. You are given the choice of building your franchise around one of the following 7 players, all contracts being equal. Who do you choose? Here they are. CJ Abrams, Jackson Chourio, Jackson Holiday, Jackson Merrill, Julio Rodriguez, O'Neal Cruz, Wyatt Langford.
Ooh, Jackson Merrill.
Thank you, sir. Dallas?
How'd it go? How did we do?
I'm adding them up right now.
I feel good about it.
Yeah. He should feel good. I'm just getting the number. All right. Dallas, you just need to do some cleanup work here. By my math, Jake, catch me if I'm wrong, 156 for Jared.
Ooh,
That's what I got.
Great.
Nice little bounce back round for the kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Dallas in his role as closer. You feeling good, DB?
Feel good about it.
Good.
Feel good
Think you
about
sh-
it. Light
think
work
you-
right now.
I think you should. There's a pathway here. You need, just to repeat, you need 44 points to bring home the win. Question
Right.
number 1. As always, this is out of 100 BID fans. As I said, they're a little long. The Tigers have MLB's best record through 50 games for the first time since 2006. You know all about this. Of the following options, what will be the outcome of the 2025 Tigers season? Miss the postseason? Lose in the wild card? Lose in the ALDS? Lose in the ALCS? Lose in the World Series? Or win the World Series?
Lose ALDS.
Question 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being a complete disaster and 10 being epic success, how will we grade Juan Soto's first season in Queens when we look back this offseason?
6.
Pete Crow Armstrong currently leads NL batters in F-WAR. Of the following options, what will be the outcome of PCA's 2025 season in terms of MVP award recognition? Will he be an MVP finalist, a top 5 MVP finish, a top 10 MVP finish, or he does not receive MVP votes?
Top 10.
Sorry, top 20 is also an option. Sorry, DB, I don't want to throw you off
5.
there. Okay.
God damn it.
If you were given 10 pitches in the box against Garrett Crochet, how many times would you choose to swing?
Every fucking time.
10. And last question, a fun one, I think. You are given the choice of building your franchise around one of the following 7 players, all contracts being equal. Who do you choose? CJ Abrams, Jackson Chourio, Jackson Holiday, Jackson Merrill, Julio Rodriguez, O'Neal Cruz, or Wyatt Langford?
Jackson Merrill. Fucking cocksucker. Wyatt Langford.
All right, let's see.
God damn it.
Needed 44 points. I think fake drama aside, I think you guys probably cleaned this one up pretty quickly, but let's get the answers.
I don't know.
Question 1.
I don't know.
The Tigers have MLB's best record through 50 games. What's the outcome of their season? Jared said lose in the ALCS. That was the number 1 answer. So great start there. 41 points. Would you believe that Dallas's ALDS was 40 points?
Wow.
81 points alone on that question. And obviously a huge part of the way towards your actual
in the
pace to
fucking
200.
bag. Come on.
Yeah, in the bag, literally, unless you basically miss the next 4 questions. Those were obviously the dominant answers. The next losing World Series got 9 votes. Question 2, on a scale of 1 to 10, Soto's first season in Queens, Jared said 7.
That's what I was going to say.
21 points. That was the 3rd most common answer. Dallas said 6. And that alone is going to take care of it, Jake. Hit the music. An easy one for the boys. 26. Dallas, number 1 answer was 6. 6, 5, and 7 were the 3 answers that garnered 20 or more votes. So some sort of consensus there. Question 3, just for record keeping. P. Crow Armstrong question, what will be the outcome of his season in terms of MVP award finish? Jared said top 10. That was the 2nd most common answer with 28 points, 28 votes. Dallas, you went with top 5 after some level of panic. Admittedly, I didn't help you there. But credit to you, Major League Baseball player, nerves of steel. Top 5 was the number 1 overall answer.
Wow.
48 votes. MVP finalist was the 3rd most common answer with 14. Pretty bullish on PCA's MVP consideration this season. So you guys are well past 200. Question 4, if you were given 10 pitches in the box against Crochet, how many times would you choose to swing? Jared said 4. He's going to see some pitches. That was tied for the 6th most common answer with 6 points. Dallas said every single time 10. That was the number one answer, 22 points. Nice little spread there on that question.
The fucking thing doesn't swing itself, Jayhay. It doesn't swing itself.
No, it doesn't. And last question, you guys were of like mind here, and I'll cut to the chase. You were right there with the Discord. Jackson Merrill, admittedly, way more overwhelming answer than I would have thought. 60 of the 100 votes went to Jackson Merrill. Julio Rodriguez, a very, very distant second with 11. Langford 8, Churio 6, Abrams, Holiday, and O'Neal Cruz 5 each. So, yeah, you guys, I would have to add up. I forgot to add up what Dallas's exact numbers were, but I can do that for record keeping purposes.
How many total points do we got?
So 156 plus.
Dallas got 144.
So there you go. That's a nice clean 300, boys.
Wow.
That's right, Discourse.
Yeah, you fucks.
Fucking slime balls.
We did it.
Yeah. Nice little worst performance ever, followed up by a nice 300 piece.
That's good. That's good for the ego bouncing back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we
300 burger dropped on your fucking
300 burger.
A little burg. Plus some true teamwork too. I mean, you guys really split that one down the middle, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, those are all like, aside from the fucking, Jared's 6th most popular answer or whatever you said, like they're all 1s and 2s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure like last time we got some 1s and 2s and it was like, that was the number one answer worth 6 points.
Yeah. Whose voice are you doing there?
No, I'm just,
Oh, you know whose
like
fucking voice, you fucking nerd, your voice.
Yeah. Dallas with the number 2 answer. That was worth, I'm sorry, 0 points.
Oh, yes.
6 answers tied with 0.
And in a rare feat, they both have answered with the correct answer. Unfortunately, I fucked them and didn't leave that as an option. So that is worth 0 points.
We should do one like that one time.
Yeah. No, we do it every time.
Oh, you mean do it again? You mean do one of those again? Yeah, that was fucking thoroughly enjoyable. I lost 3.5 years of my life stressing over that.
Man.
Yeah. I lost 3.5 years of my life stressing over what I'm going to wear today. But luckily with Mack Weldon, I don't have to worry about that.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, it's a rainy day out there. So, I mean, this is not going to be like a polo type day, Mack Weldon situation. It's probably going to be a nice little sweater situation. And fortunately, Mack Weldon has everything that you need to keep cool, comfortable, and stylish, regardless of the temperature. Their new Tech Linen line combines the easy charm of classic linen with Cool Max technology to help you look and feel your best all season long. Explore polos, sweaters, hoodies, and more at MackWeldon.com and get 25% off your first order with the promo code Jared. That's Jared. Yeah, I think I got to call a big league ball game tonight, Dallas. So I feel like it's more of a sweater situation. I feel. I don't know that they're going to be able to get it in. Doesn't sound like they're going to be able to get it in. But
is it a night game?
Yeah, 6:45.
Oh, okay. Is it rainy weather? Not looking good. Looking a little
soggy?
Yeah,
it's looking like we're going to get a day and night doubleheader tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the deal. As a also couple girl dads, couple big league broadcasters. You know better than anyone, those days where you got to go to the yard when you know they're not playing anyway. That's tough.
Bro, see, this is where you got to, what I would do?
Them. What?
I would call, because I have great friends with our groundskeeper, and I would just call Woody. Yo, Woody, between you and me and the MLB official that you're talking to right now, what are the odds I need to get in this car and drive a fucking hour to the ballpark right now? What are the odds? Like, let's say, if I waited till 3:30, 4 o'clock to take off, would I know by then? And so just you gotta set yourself up with a nice little security team.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for me, it doesn't matter anyway because we're shooting a commercial at 3:30. So not only do I have to go super early. So
you'll be there in plenty of time to wear a fucking 9-hour Johnny. Looks like we're gonna try to get this thing started at about 9:45 tonight. Oh, fucking super! You'll do that. You'll play 2 innings, and then they'll fucking bang it.
yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a long night for your boy. But at least I'm gonna be looking good and feeling comfortable at the same time because looking confident doesn't have to mean calling attention to your clothes. Mack Weldon balances classic pieces with updated details to keep you looking sharp. They're not flashy, just classic, always in style, and made from the world's most comfortable performance materials. Mack Weldon clothes are designed to fit your style and the demands of modern life. They look like regular clothes, but they feel like the latest in modern comfort. They're the go-to choice for guys who want to look great without even trying. Breathable underwear that keeps you cool, dry, and comfy all day. Give your closet a breath of fresh air for spring. Go to MackWeldon.com and get 25% off your first order for of $125 or more with the promo code Jared. That is MackWeldon.com, promo code Jared.
All right. You're welcome, by the way. Just an unfucking believable effort from Jared and I. I will
really
pat myself on the back. He's patting himself on the back in the shower. He's probably leaving grooves in the bar of soap right now. That guy's got to get to Nesson to, I don't know, call some shitty baseball game on the East Coast. That sucks. But what we are going to do now is wrap this thing up. Jay, hey, you got the fryer cooking, pal?
Oh, you know that I do. First and foremost, so follow me here. Kyle Tucker and Pete.
Yep.
I'm all about the first 50 games Nuggs right now because star players are starting to hit that 50 mark. You know, arbitrary
50 burgers.
That's right. Kyle Tucker and Pete Crow Armstrong each have 12 home runs and 14 stolen bases through 50 games in 2025. Ooh, okay.
I like that.
Teammates.
Yeah. Last time that happened.
They're the only 2 players to do it this season. A total of 2 players did that from 1993 to 2024 combined. 2 teammates have done it this year. Those players, I'm just going to tell you because you will never guess them. It's Alex Rios and Bobby Abreu. Makes sense in hindsight, but you're not going to guess those on first blush. This is more an observation, I guess, than any sort of real research on my end. But the Padres have now gone 0 for 31 with runners in scoring position over the last 5 games. I know you've been very frustrated with the brand of baseball you've gotten to watch, or at least the outcomes. 0 for 31 with runners in scoring position is kind of a tough one.
That's jagged. That is a jagged little pill.
That's tough, man. It is
0 for 31.
Tyler McGill is the first Mets pitcher in franchise history to strike out 10 or more batters in 20 or fewer batters faced in a game against an AL opponent. Threw that one on there to make it even more rare. If you don't do that, for those wondering, Jacob deGrom, Taijuan Walker, Noah Syndergaard have also achieved that. You saw it live last night. Nick Kurtz is the youngest A's player with a multi-homer game since Ben Grieve on June 16th, 1998. I'm sure you remember that one. Quick note, not so much a nug, really, as an observation. But it occurred to me, we celebrated Aaron Judge passing the Baines line in 2023, 38.8. He's at 56.4 wins above replacement 2 months into 2025. How stupid is that? Jarren Duran is the first player in Red Sox franchise history to have at least 6 triples, 11 doubles, and 12 stolen bases through the first 50 games of a season. So in some ways, his season has been a little less eye-popping than it was last year, but in a lot of ways, a lot more of the same. And then Corbin Carroll, last nug. Corbin Carroll is the first player in modern MLB history, so since at least 1901, to have at least 15 homers, 6 triples, and 9 stolen bases through the first 50 games of a season. So lots of arbitrary numbers being thrown at you, but also lots of firsts. As Tim Kirkland says, you tune in any night, you see something you've never seen before. We're seeing 50 game samples that we've never seen before to start a season, and those are the Nugs.
That's incredible. The fucking 2 teammates I mean, the PCA and Tuck Johnson doing what they're doing right now, that is that just makes baseball so much fun to watch. So much fun to watch. If you're a Cubs fan, how fucking fun has that been to watch?
Well, and I feel like, when you show up to Wrigley to watch the game too, that, their three most dynamic offensive players, at least typically, are also like unique skill sets in between all of them too. Like now that PCA has evolved into that, like with Tucker and Suzuki, that's not the same thing going on with those players. And like, I think the first 50 games or 48 games or whatever you've received from those three in particular has to be something like the 95th percentile of possible outcomes at the beginning of the season. And I love it. Like a good Cubs team is cliche, but it's good for baseball and it's a lot of fun.
Well, and you know what else is cool? Like just as you said, the outfield, like the fact that I don't know, you didn't say outfield, you just.
Well, yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, I guess you could include Hap in a lot of ways because I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. But no, I did not include him in the comment.
But think about this. This is the point that I was going to make when you brought up Wrigley, is the fact that 2 out of the 3 most important players are in the outfield.
Yep.
And is there a better place to just be dropping your dick all over the place as a home player than with the Cubs in the outfield, the fucking, the land of the cup snake, just 100%. All of the energy going on out there. That's really sweet as well. Cause you have all those Cubs fans with their arms wrapped all the way around you out there. And every time you come out there in between innings after you just hit a fucking 3-run tank, right? They just love every bit of it.
Listen, I never lived in the city of Chicago proper. I only lived in the suburbs, and I only did that for a limited portion of my life, but formative, but limited. But there is probably nothing cooler in baseball than a Friday day game win at Wrigley when the weather's great and you get Go Cubs Go, sending you off into the weekend, into, if you're going to stick around in the area, then obviously all of the bars that you have options there. But whatever you're doing, what an incredible baseball way to go into a weekend at what's self-evidently one of the most historic places you could possibly take in a sporting event. So yeah, man, I'm a sucker for that. I still, even on TV, when they start doing Go Cubs Go after like a fucking random ass June win, it gets me a little bit. It just gets me a little bit. It's a nice tradition. It's a very cool thing.
I hate the fact that I sing along, and I really hate it because I'm singing along.
I'm
singing along, which
bandwagoner.
Means, yeah, which means I've had a fucking L hung on my fucking forehead, but I'm still. Oh,
you're saying you're singing along in the? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's different.
Like in the actual ballpark, I'm like, finishing up my scorebook, and I'm like, go Cubs, go. Fuck this, man.
Yeah, fuck. Oh, that's right. I'm with the other team. That's right. Fuck. That's right.
Sweet Jane.
I forgot. I was having a good time.
Awesome, Nuggs, Jay. Any final thoughts before we head out?
I mean, not really. There's some stuff obviously that I'm looking forward to this weekend in terms of series. I think there's some compelling stuff going on. I'm interested to see what comes out of the Orioles Red Sox series. That's feel like, I know the Red Sox have had a good series against the Mets, but that feels like generally kind of anxiety city going into there. Padres Braves for different reasons. Mariners Astros, like obviously that's a divisional series. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, lots of interesting stuff. But obviously the headliner is, with all due respect to Phillies A's, has got to be Dodgers Mets. And I'll be tuning in for those. Ohtani in Queens. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's going to be hot.
And happy trails to Gene Segura.
Yes. Gene, the hit machine.
Thought he was already retired, if I'm being honest.
Hung him up.
Yeah. One of those. He just wanted to make extra sure.
Yeah. In case anybody decides to call, I'm not picking up unless you're the Dodgers, which I will do whatever you need me to do.
Hey, led the NL in hits in 2016, 2-time All-Star, once finished 13 in the MVP vote. He was involved in, with the benefit of history, and even at the time, some of the most fascinating trades of his era. Quick reminder, this is what I'm using my final thought on. Sorry, I know you got to go. But we can't just let Gene Segura's career be thrown to the wayside. 2012, he was traded for Zach Greinke. 2016, he was traded less sexy, but to the D-backs for Chase Anderson, Aaron Hill, and cash. Then traded by the D-backs in 2016, just 8 months later, for Ketel Marte with Mitch Haniger and Ketel Marte and Taijuan Walker. Then traded by the Mariners with Juan Nicasio to the Phillies for J.P. Crawford and Carlos Santana.
I mean, he's been a piece. He's been a piece. That's what I was just going to say. He has been a piece everywhere he's gone. Every deal he's been involved in, he has been a big piece, and there have been big names or names that have turned into names that have been on the move as well.
$100 million in career earnings, 26 career wins above replacement. Obviously couldn't get to the Baines line, but that doesn't mean his career wasn't a success. Happy trails, Gene Segura. Those are my final thoughts.
My final thought is I would like to take a moment to congratulate. I'll start with the Oakland A's fans because without them, what I'm about to say is nowhere near possible. It's impossible for it to actually happen. And that is the recognition that the One Last Ride documentary received a Gold Telly Award. I'd be completely lying to you if I told you what that is. But I do understand that that's a pretty sweet deal. And shout out to Section 10, shout out to BID, because they were also award recipients. But the work that Mike Eamon did on that video, I've said it before, and I will say it again every time it comes up. It was truly a one-man band display of effort from start to finish, audio, video, everything in between. Mike absolutely fucking crushed it. And the video speaks for itself. But without the fans and the connectivity that they have to the ballpark and to the team, the story doesn't get told the way it was. It doesn't come through the way it did. And so that's why I said this is yours, Oakland A's fans. This is yours. So congratulations to you. And congratulations to Mike. Yeah. That's all I got. Shout out for the tell. Good work. But we will see you. It is Thursday. Enjoy a hell of a weekend of baseball, and we will see you on the flip side. Wow.